What if your pain was not the end of your story, but the beginning of your purpose? Welcome back to the High Value Man podcast. I am your host, and in this series, I'm taking you through my book, The Awakening, one chapter at a time. Today, we continue with chapter 12. From broken to branded. There was a time in my life when everything felt like it was falling apart. Nothing looked the way I planned. Nothing felt stable. And in that season, I was not thinking about building anything. I was just trying to survive. But what I did not know then was that everything I was going through was preparing me for something bigger than I could see at the time. Because sometimes God allows you to break so that you can rebuild correctly. Not from pressure, not from performance, but from truth. The truth about who you are, the truth about what you carry, the truth about what you are called to do. I did not set out to build a brand. I set out to heal. I set out to understand myself, to find my voice again, to make sense of my journey. But healing has a way of revealing purpose, and purpose demands expression. Because the things you go through are not just for you. They are meant to become tools for someone else. That is how purpose is born. When your pain becomes a message, when your experience becomes a guide, when your journey becomes a pathway for others. And that is how the High Value Man Academy was born. Not from ambition, but from surrender. Not from strategy alone, but from story. Because everything I teach today, I first lived it. Every lesson, every principle, every transformation came from a real experience. And that is why it connects. Because people don't just need information, they need truth. They need authenticity. They need someone who understands what it means to break and still rise. And I want you to hear this clearly. You are not disqualified by your past. You are being prepared by it. The things that broke you can become the very things that build you. But only if you allow it. Only if you stop hiding. Only if you stop seeing your story as something to be ashamed of and start seeing it as something powerful. Because the truth is, your story has value, your journey has meaning, and your pain can produce purpose. So today I want to ask you, what have you gone through that you're still hiding? What part of your story have you been afraid to own? And what would happen if you stopped hiding it and start building from it? Because your story is not your weakness, it is your foundation. And when you build from truth, what you create will last. If this spoke to you, then this journey is for you. The full story, the deeper lessons, and the transformation are in my book, The Awakening. You can get your copy and continue your journey. Welcome to your awakening.